Hello everyone. So today we are going to start with matter. First of all, the question comes in the mind, what is matter? All of you know that wherever you are sitting, if you see around yourself, there are number of things. Maybe window, maybe pencil, pen, notebook or anything. Anything that you can see, that you can feel is matter. But according to science, anything that has mass and that occupies space, anything that has mass and that occupies space is called matter. Okay, so now a particle from this chalk, you must have seen when I was writing, particles were falling down. Now any particle that is dropping down from the chalk is a matter, because the particle is it is occupying space and it has mass. So anything that has mass, maybe in micromilligram, that occupies space, maybe a very small space, that is matter. Is it clear? After that, now matter, it exists in three forms. If you see around yourself any object, anything, suppose you drink water or you have a balloon with gas or you are near your cycle, so you will see that matter is there, because matter exists in three forms. Like it may be solid, it may be liquid, or it may be gas. Solid, liquid and gas are three forms of matter. Anything, if you name, if you take the name of a pen, it is solid. If you think what you drank in the milk, what you drank in the morning, it was milk. Milk is liquid. Okay, now if you are having a bicycle, so you fill the tire with something, that is air. Now air is also gas. So anything that you see is a form of matter, because matter, it exists in three forms: solid, liquid and gas. Clear? So matter is what I am just revising. Matter is anything that occupies space, that has mass. Mass means that has weight. It is called matter. And matter in the environment, it exists in three forms: solid, liquid and gas. Clear? Now in detail, I will just teach you in detail about these three forms of matter. Now, you have come to know that everything in the universe, whatever you see around yourself, it is a form of matter. First of all, we take solid. Clear? Now, anything is matter, and every matter, it is formed of molecules. Any matter, if you take, it is formed of molecules. And the form, that is solid, liquid or gas, that is because of the arrangement of molecules. The arrangement of molecules decide whether the thing will be solid, whether it will be liquid or it will be gas. Clear? So in solid also, the molecular arrangement is such that it becomes a solid. I will show you how. If you see a solid, if you see the molecular arrangement is very compact. Why the arrangement is so compact? Why the molecules are so close to each other? Because in solid, the force of attraction between two molecules means intermolecular force. Force of attraction between two molecules, that is called intermolecular force. That is very strong. That is very strong. Because this force is very strong, that is why all the molecules of solid, they are impact. They are close to each other. So if you want to remove, suppose if I want to remove something from it, I can't do it. I have to snatch the whole chalk holder, because it is a solid and the molecules are so impact to each other, so close to each other. Molecular force of attraction is very strong between these molecules. That is why whenever it is talked about molecule, you talk about solid, what you have to do, you can't flow the solid will break. You can break it from here, like if you break it, it can be broken, but it can't flow from one place to another. If you want to remove, either you have to break it or you have to remove it as a whole. The best example, the common example of solid in your home, you can take about ice. Ice is a solid form of water. Water is the thing that is in universe, and you can see in three forms, like ice is solid, liquid the water that you drink, and then gaseous form is vapors. When we heat water, it changes into vapor, that is gaseous form of vapor. Okay, so molecules are strongly connected to each other, stuck to each other, and then that is why this is the reason solids can't be compressed. Compressed means they can't be squeezed because they don't change their shape. Solid will have the fixed shape, whether this is, suppose this is a chalk holder and it is a solid. Suppose you keep the chalk holder in your bag, suppose you keep it in your hand or wherever you keep it, it won't change its shape, because solids, they have a definite shape and the volume also remains the same. Volume of this chalk holder won't change whether you keep it anywhere. Those solids, they have a definite shape, they have a definite volume. Clear? I am revising about solid. The molecular force is very strong. The molecules are too close to each other, and solid, it has a fixed shape and it has a fixed volume also. Solids can't be compressed. If you want to break a solid, you can break it, but if you want to flow a solid, solid won't flow. If you drop this chalk holder, it will drop together. Okay, so solids are the state of matter. Clear? After this, we are going to the liquid state. In liquid, again, molecular arrangement is different than solid. If we talk about liquid, the force of attraction between the molecules, it is not so strong as it is in solid. So, in liquid molecules are away from each other, and the force between intermolecular force is also not so strong. That is why liquids can flow. That is why, suppose in solid, if you want to add something else, it will remain on the upper surface of the solid, it won't go into it. But in liquid, if suppose you take water in a glass and you want to mix sugar in that, so sugar molecules will adjust in these spaces, and you won't see sugar molecules when they are dissolved, because they adjust in these spaces and you just get a sugary syrup, a sweet water. Because the liquids, they have the molecules which are away from each other, which are a small space, which have small space, because they don't have that much strong force of attraction that is in solid. And we can squeeze them. They can be compressed. Why they can be compressed? Because there is space. If you apply force here, if you apply force from here, they will move towards each other and it can squeeze. Clear? It can squeeze. For this, you can do one thing. Take a balloon and fill it with water. Okay, tie it up, and then when you squeeze the balloon, what do you see? That the balloon squeezes. But if you take a block of wood and you try to squeeze it, it won't squeeze, because wood is a solid. But the thing that you have filled in water, that is liquid, and liquid molecules, they have space in between them and they can be squeezed, they can be compressed. But the thing is that the liquid, they don't have a definite shape. Why they don't have a definite shape? Because if you are having some water in bottle and you want to drink it, what you will do? You will pour in the glass and then you will drink it. So water, when it was in the bottle, it is having the shape of bottle. But when you put it in a glass or in a tumbler or in a cup, then the water will take the shape of that cup or glass or tumbler. So liquid, they don't have a definite shape, they take the shape of the container. Clear? Then about volume. Volume of liquid, it remains the same. Suppose you have 1 liter water in a bottle and you pour them in glasses, the volume won't change. It will remain the same. Okay? And flowing, because the molecules are not attached to each other, so they flow. If one molecule starts moving, because of force of attraction, the other molecules also move with that. Okay, so that is why the liquids they flow, but the solids they do not flow. So it is clear, I am revising. In liquid, force of attraction between molecules is not so strong as it is in solid. Liquid molecules, they have space between them. Okay, so liquid don't have a definite shape, but they have a definite volume. Liquids can be compressed, but to an extent. You can't compress them so hardly that if you want to put 1 liter liquid in half liter water, it won't go into it. This much you can't compress it. So this was all about liquid. Examples of liquid are like juice, kerosene oil, milk, petrol. These all are liquids. Now we will move toward gases. In gases, the molecules are very apart, very far from each other, and the force of attraction between gases is very less. Instead, I would like to say that they repel each other. They are not attracted to each other, even they want to move away from each other. Suppose a very good example is you burn incense stick at home. So what happens? The smoke from that incense stick, it is having smell of that. It flows into the whole room, and if someone enters the room, suppose you have burnt the incense stick in one corner and someone enters in the next corner, then also he can feel the smell, because when in the incense stick they burn, they give out smoke, and the smoke have a pleasant smell because of that stick, because of the volatile oils that are present in that stick. So that smoke also carries the volatile oil particles also with it, and wherever you are in that room, you will feel the smell of that incense stick, because smoke is what? Smoke is a type of gas. So gas has the tendency that it don't stay. If it get a space to run out, it just run out of the container. Clear? So force of attraction between gas, the molecules of gas is 0. They move away from each other. They can be compressed very easily, because the space you can see is very much between the molecules, so you can compress. Now if you take a aerated drink. Aerated drinks are what? Like your cold drinks. So how they are made aerated? Carbon dioxide gas, they take just a liquid or a syrup, and then they add carbon dioxide gas, compressed carbon dioxide gas into it, and after filling the gas, because gas has the tendency, I just now told you, gas has the tendency, it don't want to be in one container, it just want to move out. So that is why forcefully they fill the gas in that bottle, and after that either they cork the bottle or they airtight the bottle. They put the lid very tightly on the bottle, and when you open the bottle, what happens? Not only bubbles, but some liquid also comes out, because the gas was filled forcefully in that, and when you open the lid, it gets a chance to come out, and the gas it comes out. Clear? Now because of this tendency, gas need a very minute hole also. It can escape from that also. If it gets a hole, from that also it can escape. That is why gas don't have their own shape. They take the shape of the container, and volume also, they don't have definite shape, and after that they don't have definite volume also. Means when you are transferring the gas from one container to another, then also you will find that the volume have decreased, because gas has the tendency they can escape from a small hole. So while you are transferring from one container to another, some gas escaped from there. So in gas, molecular attraction intermolecular attraction in gas molecules is very low. You can say they repel each other, they don't stay with each other, they move away from each other. This is the reason when you burn incense stick, when there is smoke, it spreads out. This is the reason when you apply a perfume, then the smell of that perfume can be smelled by everyone around you. And the examples of gases are the air around us, that is gas, carbon dioxide we blow out, oxygen we take in, that all are gases. So I think you have learnt about 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. All the states is because of the molecular arrangement. In solid, molecular arrangement is different, in liquid it is different, and in gases it is different. But all the matter, they are made up of molecules. And matter is what? Matter is anything that has weight and that occupies space is called matter. That's all. Thank you.